Morning, everybody. Hello, Azure Tron. Oh my goodness, my voice is already letting me down. Excuse me a second. Apologies for that. Are you a fellow Tron fan, or is that a call back to the days when Tron actually was a debugging command standing for trace on? Which is really showing your age, if the case. And I've just showed my age there. The converse command, by the way, was trough. And I remember it from Tandy TRS-80. Not that I ever had one, but I had a friend who did. So anyway, long stories. Right, what am I doing? Actually, I need to check my own description to find out what I said I might do. Oops, I updated that, and it hasn't updated. Never mind. So, yesterday, it is cool, and you can thank one of my subscribers for giving it to me, basically, which was very kind of them. Thank you, Sudo, if you're there. So, brief recap. Yesterday, unlocked the Steel Path. Immediately found out how underqualified I am for doing Steel Path missions. I tried Sayer's Visions, which is normally just a breeze. Oh boy, that turned into a heck of a grind, so at the very least I need to upgrade a few things. Hello Snowwolf, 1812. Is that a year or just a random number that got applied to your name? That is a Twitch problem, and I don't know why it occurs. It may depend on your platform. If you're on mobile, 18th of December, to me it's 1812. Part of the Napoleonic Wars. But yeah, no, a blank screen, and I can quickly check, make sure that I'm seeing it here. But yeah, no, people have on mobile have reported issues streaming, and I can confirm that the stream is good, so it may be your app. Right, what was I doing? Brief. Yes, well, first of all, there is, of course, the inevitability of hugging Peanut. Where are you, Peanut? Oh, there you are. Hello, beautiful. Yeah, I don't have any means. I can tell you that it works fine on iOS. On an iPad mini. I don't have an Android tablet, so I don't have any method of testing that, and I don't have a really good mobile phone either, so I can't check with that. The simplest solution might be to switch to YouTube, but yeah. So there was a quest series that I am told. Yes, the Deadlock Protocol has been strongly suggested I do, because it gives you access to something which may help with the Steel Path. So, we will do the Deadlock Protocol. And there's my screenshot for the game, I hope. Oh, that one's a good one. Right.
Seven for, 7 against.
I couldn't honestly tell you.
7
I
times.
don't have the means of testing all permutations and combinations.
So, it is decided.
Depends on the
Fleet has
tablet.
been retrofitted and redeployed to begin at once. new lanes, trawling for old things.
You do hear Nefanyo, you're quite correct.
By prophet and void.
Didn't I defeat her on Sedna? With help.
We hereby invoke the Deadlock Protocol.
Solaris. Be you Sumper, rail agent, crab diver, or pit boss. Hear this. Your comrades, your friends, your family, good people with clear debts are being taken. Vanished. Nathaniel in his hubris.
So right now I am using the configuration that Dr. Medic helped me set up last night. We'll see how that works. They know far more about this game than I do, so I'm basically trusting their judgment.
Sparky! Yes. Biz and I may be in over our heads on this one. Listen up. This Deadlock spat is costing Solaris lives. The Corpus founder, some long-dead cove named Parvis Grana, carries a lot of messianic clout. Well, Neff's claiming the old man's got an heir. If true, that heir can, by rights, claim total control of the board. Board schisms and infighting might be the main reason SU survived this long.
Where's B?
The board unifies under one person, one bound
that way
by
somewhere.
Neff. Our people will never see daylight. I need you on this. You in?
Helps if I actually make the jump, doesn't it? Which I didn't. Stop it. Oh boy, I'm already in trouble on this one. Where is it? Wow, they don't mind sticking these things far apart. And I just went completely the wrong way, didn't I? I'm gonna have to rerun this, I have no doubt. Yeah. Where's that blasted tower? I don't know my way around here at all. There it is. Maybe. Excuse me. Watch yourself, Peanut. There's B. There's B. Oh, thank you very much. Kind of interesting. Most of those likes were before I even started. Very gratifying, to be honest. Ooh, that must have hurt.
It's Neff, all right. Patching through.
Like all of you, I was born full.
With but a meager derivatives portfolio and limited vesting options. I never knew my parents. But as an orphan, or as I said, I found great riches within the tenets of our glorious founder, Parvos Granum.
The corpus is my steps.
They fuzzed the band. Keep at it.
Oh, great. Gotta do this again? This is a solo quest, unfortunately, Rikaj, but I appreciate the offer. Sorry about that. Might be that it's the same app on both devices and one of them causes a problem. Yeah, one of the potential, I won't call it issues, is that I've gone the wrong way again. No, I haven't. I do stream on widescreen, and it does seem that that can cause issues for some devices. This is 1440p widescreen. If I miss some comments, I apologize. It's a little difficult to do.
After a protracted negotiation, my birth mother sold.
Keep track of chat and do this at the same time.
Wait, what? Get that signal back!
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you, Brikaj. Ah! Scratch went the wrong way again. Didn't I? Where am I headed? Yeah, that way. Hey boys, you might want to run. It's not going to end well for you. Yeah, I do actually know. I tend to forget, unfortunately. I would tend to run into things more quickly. Drat, what are they doing? They're making this difficult. Oh, hello, Janitor Jerry. What do you mean there's conflict here? Okay, I'm gonna have to go grab the other tower. Actually, just holding run down would probably help me no end. Something else I forget to do. As soon as I finish this, I'll be able to take a bit more attention to chat, so...
Program. It was an epiphany. It would seem that I am one of the sons of our late, great founder. And, more importantly, his heir. Now I have only to prove it. That's where all of you come in.
Ross, mucker. I have to protect my people from this trust fund lunatic. Do your thing. I'll check in with my Whisper network. Let you know what they're saying. Talk soon. Ross!
Okay, sorry.
Not only have we decoded the enemy transmissions,
Let me see what I missed.
we've also disrupted their communications.
Ah, okay. Thanks, Ricard. Yep.
Got dirt that isn't safe to shovel out in the open. You know what I
Okay,
mean.
I think I've pretty much caught up with everybody. I hope. Alright, let's just... Oh, thank you. I'm actually quite terrible at most of these. I don't know you necessarily want to go wading in that peanut. I'm not sure that's actually water. Oh, it's nice to have a quiet moment. I sometimes wonder if it's something else. I mean, it almost looks like coolant. You know, all those mechanical add-ons, I wonder to what extent they get infection problems. Who am I seeking? Oh, Udico. Oh, I could have just...
So, Neff's making a succession play. Sumper thinks he can prove he's a sprog of noble descent. No idea how. Parvus was assassinated before any of us were an itch. Biz?
Look familiar, Outworlder. Warframe, yes, but one of a kind. Protea. Legend says she was built specifically for and assigned to one Parvos Granum.
Good grief.
Part of a deal.
I think that's a record. 15 likes?
Themselves.
Wow, thank you people.
No
Appreciate it.
amateur. He had real power. Our air inside says Neff's techs have found a lead on Protea's whereabouts. Protean traces, they're calling them.
How are we doing with stuff over there?
Rana. The original taxman. Killed when someone, a board member most likely, sabotaged the void drive of his personal transport.
A lot of the time when I'm playing and I'm not streaming, I'll have the sound turned down because I'll be watching something on YouTube at the same time.
Granum's Warframe bodyguard, who was with Granum when that void drive went critical. So, who is to say what's true?
Just out of, I don't know, you'll notice, I dropped the
That's true.
display quality.
I don't care if Parvus Granum is dead and
Just a
alive.
smidge.
Making change tap
I don't know if
dancing
you
in
can
a
really
Grenier office
notice.
is met.
Anti-aliasing's turned off.
Sparky, you find what Nev's looking for. You'll find
I
out
dropped
what
it down
happened
to
to our
just
people. Get
high,
on it.
so I don't have ludicrous set anywhere. The purpose of that is to try and give the hardware encoder a better shot. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, returning to the orbiter. Oh, if you're watching me for the gameplay, that's fine. But I would, I do hope people are watching me for personality as much as anything else, and my pretty looks. Oh, I shouldn't flutter my eyebrows. That just looks weird. Actually, it does make a bit of a change on GPU usage. I did a very basic test with the menu system up, and it went from, what was it?
Protean detectors should be on board. Sure what they look like.
I think 84% GPU utilization down to 70. That was just on the system menu. But yeah, it's a beautiful game. And I can't tell the difference, to be honest with you. You'd have to look really closely. But the reason I'm doing that now is, yeah, as I stated yesterday, I discovered I'd been using software encoding instead of hardware encoding. And software encoding, which worked, by the way, software encoding worked beautifully. It just raised my my CPU temperatures up by a significant margin. There were games which were distinctly uncomfortable to watch the temperatures. As I've said before, this is a small form factor system, so system temperatures.
Right. It's a great, big hand.
Granum tribute. Story is, Parvus was missing his left.
Yeah, I'm running 60 frames a second for streaming. I think I can get 120 if I'm not streaming. I mean, I'm only using 62% of the GPU right now.
Formation. Reset and get our next volunteer into position.
What was that?
I think it was a void temporal shift. I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen one before. Small, though.
I mean, actually, you know, after 13, I don't know what it looked like 13 years ago. But,
Some noise while I'm eyeballing the bits.
yeah, it's, as far as I'm concerned, it stands up well to modern games. Oh, defend the console. Yay.
Remember the best days of Fortuna. Your failure, our victory. Without the Solaris, your
Actually, oh, I was going to say, actually, this is a good spot, except for the fact that there are people behind me. Go away.
brothers and
Yeah,
sisters.
I would much prefer it if they weren't behind me. Peanut, can you guard behind me? I can deal with in front. It's behind I need the assistance on.
You and your bleeding heart and thoughts. I really don't have time for this. My robotics, on the other hand, do. Kill crews, take care of this. I have
It's become sort of automatic. Fire a couple of shots in each direction. Shoot over there. Fire over there. Blink, 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 blink. Shooting gallery. Not too demanding. Mind you, my definition of demanding now has sort of upgraded somewhat after the Lich and the first Steel Path mission on Earth. This is almost simple.
Ready now for in-trace spiking. It's time! Send in the next volunteer!
They're gearing up for something.
It does teach a very valuable... I'll tell you what, Warframe does teach a very valuable lesson in that just because a game is old, as long as it's been continually upgraded, doesn't mean doesn't stand up to thoroughly modern games. Minecraft, of course, is another example of that, which can be made to look really quite incredible, which gives promise for the future. The Long Dark stands up, even though its graphics haven't really been heavily updated.
Why? Why my bird?
No! Fizz! What is that thing?
Nope. Okay.
I'm not. Outworlder, hold position. I'm getting something.
He'll pay for this. Volunteers. He's killing our people for some kind of weapons test.
That sounds like...
Maybe not. I'm still pulling signal from that jockey's ring.
What kind of signal?
I don't know yet. Outworlder, don't let them cut the signal before I can decode it.
Some of this is called reconnaissance by fire. If I don't know where they are, I'm going to fire a shot down there anyway. Like that. Actually, this should probably be called reconnaissance by explosion. And the good news is I can afford to just stand here because my shields keep regenerating quickly, courtesy of Dr. Medic last night. Although they did a fairly good job. I may not know what I'm doing when it comes to mods. Dr. Medic improved some of it beautifully, I think. But during the assassination mission last night, when we have a series of orbital strikes, I could just stand there, which was very nice. And this isn't really my forte, to be honest, this kind of action. My preference is to get in close with a handful of knives and stick them somewhere painful.
Real! It's real!
What is this? What are we looking at?
The jockey's feed.
Oh, me like.
Sparky, you better get out of there. Well, we make sense of this.
Yes, ma'am. Do you mind if I pick up the bits first, seeing as I went to so much trouble? Yeah, it does help. I mean, in some ways, for some of this, I'm way overpowered, and the likes of Janitor Jerry and Pseudo have certainly greatly assisted in that. I mean, if I'd been doing this on my own, I would not have a Gauss Prime, or a Caliban Prime, or any of the Primes. I'd probably be still stuck on a Kume. Which isn't to say the Kume isn't fun. So, yeah, I have benefited greatly from the generosity of others. All of whom, by the way, are subscribers. Hang on a sec.
Complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
But, yes, it is very nice. Yeah, during the Sedna assassination, yeah, just being able to stand there and take it saved so much time, effort, and trouble.
We'll be waiting for you, Outworlder.
I think I heard something about Doom 2 getting an RTX update. I may even have seen it once, but I mean, Doom 2, strangely, was the first. I think it was the first-person shooter game I played. And just to give you an idea of how long ago that was, I played it on a laptop which had a monochrome display. I always forget to use special abilities, but the bow is just like that. Yeah, that's why I use it. It's apparently you can get mods for it, which will basically much nuke an entire room. So I love that bow. But yeah, I first played Doom 2 on a monochrome laptop. I'm truly aging myself there. I'm pretty certain it was the first-person shooter I ever played. Curiously, I actually, on the Commodore PET, was developing a concept, and I'm not sure where I got the idea from, but and the Commodore PET, that tells you how long ago that was, which was essentially a first-person adventure type game. That was in 1984, 82, 83. Gives you some idea how long ago that was. A funny thing is, for all Doom's excellence, the best first-person shooter of the time was Star Wars Dark Forces. That was incredible for the time. Context-sensitive music, much better mapping than Doom was capable of. It was really, really good on PC. I can't even remember if I finished it or not, but it was, yeah.
If Neff intends to visit that pocket for his proof, he won't risk himself. Not at first. Spunky, you can beat.
But then, of course, there was all the spin-offs. Hexen, I remember playing. There was a couple that used the Doom engine. Hexen, I think, was one of them. Or did they use the Quake engine? Quake, of course. And this is all before hardware acceleration too. Although Quake did get hardware accelerated with some of the early Voodoo cards.
With the United Board behind him, will be hell for us and workers everywhere.
Duke Nukem 3D, of course. Absolute classic.
Whatever proof he's hoping to collect, muck up his plan.
And how many of you played Redneck Rampage? That thing was hilarious. Oh, yeah. Truly a classic era. Having said that, look at the era we're in now. Yeah. I'm not surprised on an old, low-end smartphone. Sorry about that. But the only thing I could conceivably do, they were both. I think they were both 3D and 2D. They were a mixture, but they definitely had 3D elements to it. I mean, they were definitely 3D, there were just 2D elements in there. Doom's maps are arguably kind of 2D because you couldn't have one level above another, so they simply adjusted the maps to compensate things like that. Yeah, they can argue it's a 3D first-person shooter. Sorry, if the icons were 2D, that's just too bad. But you know, on the other hand, talking about classic eras of gameplay, almost every era can be regarded as a classic. I mean, the PSX era. Look what that brought us. Final Fantasy VII, Armored Core, Metal Gear Solid, Need for Speed. The list of classics for the PSX era keeps going. And you can do that every single stage, in my opinion. Well, there is a bit of a problem. Yes, you're absolutely correct. But there are still those aspects. Warframe is not, I wouldn't say it's an exception to corporate greed necessarily. The in-game purchases are still there, and I have used them. Sky Children of the Light's been criticized for corporate greed, but then the game is free to play as well. Minecraft, of course, is not really, if you've got the vanilla game, you haven't spent any money on it since you got it. And I've had Minecraft for years. So it swings and roundabouts. There's the good parts, there's the bad parts. In the end, it'll shake out. Hopefully. Yeah, you can argue backwards and forwards, but in terms of the actual games, ignoring the corporate stuff, you still have some classics. We do have games that we'll look upon a decade or so from now and say, my gods, that was fantastic. Yeah, that's true. And that they've been going for 13 years shows that their policy works. And you.
To cross over, you'll need to find a Granum Crown first.
What?
That's the area.
A who? A fidget? I'm just going to follow this and.
If you make it across, keep an eye out for our people. They may have survived. I've told more than enough kids their parents aren't coming home.
I don't know if taking out the cameras really helps, but it's strangely satisfying.
Crews, the tomb is verified intact. Dispatch the treasurer with my offering. It's time I paid.
Well, the thing is, I'm not going to say. The thing is, the corporate stuff has been a problem since day one. Activision got started because the developers thought they ought to have a say in getting credit, whereas Atari said no, they didn't, because they were just employees. So, there's a certain aspect to it that's been there all the time. Take a look at Nintendo and decidedly hostile practices, and that goes back to the very beginning. And Nintendo really, some of their business practices distinctly questionable. I mean, they had a heck of an opportunity excuse me, to work with Sony. I don't know how many people know this story, but Sony and Nintendo were set to produce a console that was going to be called the Play Space Station. The idea was that Nintendo would benefit from Sony's CD technology, and of course Sony would benefit from working with Nintendo. And Nintendo decided, for whatever reason, that they didn't want to work with Sony anymore. Okay, you can say, well, that's fine. Except that they didn't tell Sony. Sony found out because Nintendo made a public announcement at a game show. Now that is not a good business practice. I don't think so. And of course Sony then went on to say, well, okay, if you're going to be like that, we're going to produce our own console, which they did. And it was called the PSX, or PS1 as it's called now. So, yeah. So the corporate problem has been there pretty much since the beginning. It's just changed over time. I do remember when there was this legend that, oh, we're working on video games, what fun. I don't know that it ever really was, necessarily.
Marvel's Granum, and my lineage shall be proven. None shall deny me. What?
What am I shooting at?
Again? Not today. As Parvos' heir, it is my offering to make. I am coming, Father. It is I who shall pay tribute. Your neph is almost home.
Oh,
Let's not reach him before we do. Is that understood?
Him! As if the body would still be intact. Something's up. Get to the tribute. Expect some friction.
sorry, I can't read it all right now, but I'll... I think I'd be better off with my usual weapon for this. It's a bit faster. Oh, that's nice and easy.
The tributes won't activate with combat nearby. You'll need to take out those troops before going in.
That seems almost unfair. Which one was it?
We've got a lock on you, Outwelder.
Oh. Whoa.
It has been so long since these old eyes beheld another living thing here in the
Yeah,
sanctuary.
I'll catch up with chat when I've done this, alright?
Parvos Granum, thank you for finding me.
Now, it has to be said, gotta bear in mind, my background is semiconductor. Well, one of my backgrounds is semiconductor manufacturing systems. Yeah. And corporate hoodrum what's it. So that does make me a bit of an old cynic.
Faith I had built when the board's assassins overloaded my transport's voice.
I've got no idea where I'm going. I'm just heading this way because it seems like the logical thing to do.
And her gift for manipulating time preserved me.
Oh, I thought that was a chasm. Oh. How about that? I am going the right way. Yeah, I should be running. Never mind.
But at the cost of all that she was. Now she is nothing more than a specter of her former self.
Do I get to shoot her?
Beautiful
Sorry, that's an awfully presumptuous remark.
That is why you...
Based on the nature of the game, I'm almost certainly going to have to shoot something at this point, aren't I?
Father, permit me to show you all I have built in your name. To neph Anyo, that.
Well, that's a Protea, isn't it?
My name. I have watched you. Monuments to narcissism, demanding others sweat in your stead, gorging upon that which you have not earned. Watched as you claimed for yourself my teachings of self-reliance, perverting them into a flaccid philosophy of sloth, of idleness. Is that you, my son?
No, that must be a different son.
You know nothing, falling short as you do of every ideal that I value. Your words, your efforts are the model of
No idea whether this is the right thing to do. It just seems to be a good idea at the time.
Nathaniel. But I do not need you. I need them.
Would you get your face out the way? You're getting in the way of the shooting.
Father, you're making a mistake. Come now.
Protea has scanned her.
I can't see what I'm shooting. Get your hologram out of my heads-up display, you irritating thing.
Now,
Oh, that's not a...
if you wouldn't mind, show our guests the door.
We've got a lock on you, Outwelder. Good luck. What the hell? Outwelder, I'm pulling sensory feeds from a trip you haven't taken yet. And hearing myself say things I've never said in a place I've never seen.
By the way, that method of holding a bow,
You
not a great
should
idea.
see this.
You can't get full draw on the bow.
Silver logs.
Biz has a handle on the time jump, but we've got bigger problems than Neff now.
That's
Get out of there.
a bit better, yeah.
Not good enough, am I? Inadequate, am I?
Yeah, I'm happier with a...
Watching me, have you? Well, watch as I show you how we do things these days.
Hang on a second.
Repel those specters! Big fish to fry.
Yeah, I'm definitely happier with something like an Aminata, simply because it's faster. I don't know if it does... Or... what's the other one I use? I can't remember what it's called. Where's the door handle? Ouch! What did you do to my Kubrow, you meanie? What did he ever do to you, apart from try and eat you? Ah, here we go. Right, now I can actually pay attention to what you've all been saying. I'm sorry. It may be, and that is, yeah, I'm streaming at 60 frames a second. I'm streaming at, yeah, a widescreen, 1440p resolution. Yeah, that may be an issue. Given that the 1440p widescreen is my primary monitor, I can't actually easily say switch to playing on this one. That would be difficult given my setup, or in fact, that one. Be a bit awkward. So... But yeah, no, you have to understand the corporate thing's been there all the time. I'm sure if I dredged around in my memory, I can think of probably corporate stories that are as bad as anything today. I'm moderately certain that the experience for the developers, which of course, you know, you get stories coming out of people like, who is it? Project Red? Anyway, the people who produced Cyberpunk. I'm sure there were similar sort of things going back. There might have been different things, hence the creation of Acquisition and Atari's treatment and behavior towards its own developers. I'm sure that's probably an undergoing theme all through the gaming industry. The important thing to remember is it's not really a gaming industry per se, it's corporate. which means you're going to have corporate attitudes and corporate behaviors, and the starry-eyed idealism that we like to think of, and I do, you know, regarding game development, has never really been there, except among some of the developers. Whoa.
Folks,
Yes, this is actually what I was told to get.
our interests have come to...
And I'm sure I'll need parts.
Now, this situation is no one's fault, and I'm not one to point fingers, but my fleet and your workers are facing the same danger.
You got to remember, bear in mind, Activision was back in the beginning of the games industry, sort of. I mean, they were formed in 1979.
And disable that
So,
Proteus Spectre.
yeah.
I have just...
What's actually kind of interesting,
But there is some assembly required. You want...
what's actually kind of interesting is that, that Atari's approach to their software engineers. Let's forget game developers, right? Let's instead repackage them and reconsider them to be software developers, because that's what game developers are. They're software developers. So the split that caused Activision to be formed, based on Atari's attitude towards their employees. Let's not forget their employees. That attitude is still present. It's just that it doesn't get the sort of attention because it's not games. So in my industry, which I say my industry, the industries I was in for something like 30 years, the software engineers never got credit. We never really got bonuses. We never really got promotions. We never got encouragement to do anything like that. All the complaints that led to the formation of Activision are basically still perfectly viable. It's just that it doesn't get done because actually it's probably easier to set up your own gaming company than say, oh, I know, we're going to set up a new oh grief, I'm trying to think of something. A new system for cleaning wafers, for example. So yeah, a lot of the issues are still there. They haven't changed at all. In fact, they're probably worse. Oh right, of course, I need the blade core and handle, don't I? Which I'm pretty certain I don't have.
Narcissist with the
Oh.
morals of a haunted chainsaw, but at least that makes him predictable. Carvus. That mucker.
Right, before I start, I know it's a little bit early. I normally take a break on the hour, but you know, coffee for the last 2 hours will do that
This
to
will
you.
lead the build on this
2 hours?
gizmo.
3 hours. So I'm going to take a quick break to deal with the consequences of too much caffeine. And I will be back in a couple of minutes. So if you don't mind waiting around, there will be a brief intermission. still drinking coffee because I've got to stay awake somehow. But the state of... I would hesitate to recommend that people go into software development as a career. But I'm sure that all industries have the same problem. The clever people, the people who are good at their jobs, I won't say indispensable because arguably nobody is indispensable. They will always be held back and not encouraged. Oh, great. I hate these.
We'll need more specifics to build whatever this tool is.
I need to rank up multi-shot if it's not ranked up already. Doesn't do much for accuracy, but boy is it satisfying. Yeah, I was gonna stop. Go get him, Peanut. Remind me to go slow. On this. Oh, I forgot to switch. I was going to... Oh, sorry about that, Peanut. That was ill-advised on my part. But yeah, no, I mean, in my own career, you know, we were never rewarded for going the extra mile. It was expected, which is a very regrettable approach. We didn't get overtime. We didn't get credit for working, you know, 12, 16-hour days to finish some project off, regardless of whether it was successful or not. And I sound like I'm complaining. In a way, I suppose I am. I wish things were different. But also, it's the way things are. And I accepted it. Don't think so, no. I need to do that at some point. I hate the idea that I'm going to have to rework up a system. But I'll get round to it at some point. I'll grind through it. Actually, I might have done, but I can't remember what I put a format on. But, I have to say, things are arguably a bit better for employees in general, say, in the European Union. But I have less experience working there than I do, say, in the United States or England. Let's see if I can get an angle on this thing. Oh, it's one of these. Well, to be honest with you, if I ever do that, I'll just go and do one of the defense missions. You're going to go off, aren't you, just as I go through? Why am I crouching?
looks like a partial find. Let's see if Anyo's cipher works as promised.
Alright.
Some doors ought to remain closed. That's not in my worldview. Fire, fusion, void.
Of course.
Progress always comes entangled with risk.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
violence. With the precious sample obtained, development is accelerating. The Entrati have kept their secrets long enough.
I actually, in some ways, got slightly lucky in when I was working in the semiconductor industry. I was employed originally as a software engineer. And one day I walked up to my manager and essentially said, I don't want to be a software engineer anymore. And he said, okay, and dumped half his job on me, which arguably put me on the project management track. I got lucky because I had a good manager who wanted to be able to manage more and not do so much of the project management he was being forced to do. But I never got any training on it. I never got any promotion. I never got any pay as a result. In fact, all I got really was the added responsibility. And that was it. And in fact, my working conditions arguably worsened because I was expected to be on 24/7 call out all the time, and that did on occasion get implemented, which my second ex-wife was not happy about. Oops, that would have been awkward. Come on, Peanut. Yeah, I know, it's embarrassing when that happens. Why am I crouching? It's not doing me any good. It is, if you like close combat, the Gauss Prime is awesome. I would say it's what it's specialist at, and I don't know all the details. But yeah, no, it's a close combat system. It is really, really, really good. Sorry, Peanut. That must have stung a bit. Not as much as that, though. This is a Tenno's idea of a stealth mission. The other interesting comment I have to make about software development, computer science, that kind of thing is I did see Krull. I loved Krull. I thought it was fantastic. I think I even read the novelization. I think there was a novelization, and I'm pretty certain I read it. Probably Alan Dean Foster. But no, my son, he's as much of a geek as I am. He's the one that got me into Linux. And he decided he was going to do computer science at A level. He did computer science at O level. That was fine. Then he got into A level and was severely disillusioned by what it entailed. Massive amounts of documentation, which he initially had a bit of an issue with. Don't know who said that. I'm trying to remember who said the best revenge is to not be like your enemy. Oh, I do remember. I stole that from Marcus Aurelius.
I am calling it the Spectre Particle.
No, not to be mixed up with Cull. And I have seen Cull, Kevin Sorbo, before he went peculiar on everybody. No, Cull the Conqueror was not a great movie, it has to be said. I mean, there's only been one, there's been a couple of halfway decent movies based on Cull / Conan. The obvious one is Conan the Barbarian, Schwarzenegger's version. Jason Momoa's Conan, actually, I have to say, was pretty good. I think it was pretty good, to be honest. It's not as good as Schwarzenegger's Conan, the first Schwarzenegger Conan. Conan the Destroyer, just forget it. That's a terrible, terrible movie. Oh, this is the one where I always get lost, isn't it? Right now, somebody in security ought to be looking at the cameras and saying, you know what? He's heading for Data Vault C. We'd better erase that data. Or they might be saying, it's really strange. Our soldiers keep going offline. Maybe we have a Tenno in our midst. I can see your leg sticking out there. Thank you, Peanut. Wow, that's surprisingly resilient. Yes, I know. That would be the logical. Oh dear. Our mowers keep vanishing on us. What is going on? Never mind, don't worry about it. It can't possibly be a Tenno in our midst. Again. Just wondering if there's any alternative. Not going out with my obligatory loot. What do you reckon, Rufus? Oh, is this going to be a drop from the top type of thing? It is, isn't it? Yep. Why do I get the feeling we're going to have to drop through there? Oh, maybe not. Ah. It can't be that easy, can it? All right.
They hit our research.
That was
The Warframe assault team.
surprisingly. Why do I get the feeling this isn't necessarily the optimum way out?
The whole site lit up. 80 megatherm bloom. The whole lab vaporized. Those Warframes with it. Fire, fusion,
Yes.
void.
Parvos Granum originated Spectre particle theory? Guts. This old coot is a whole other order of intelligence, and that's bad for us. Get back to your ship. I need to figure out this Zorus thing.
Ooh, almost got the explosive barrel. Oh, hang on. Almost went the wrong way, too. Ah. Right. The joys of Warframe. Running at high speed with confidence. In the wrong direction. At least that's me. Yes, yes I have. Yes, I have. I got if I don't have to use them, it's a matter of... Yeah, I have noticed them. Didn't need them this time. Why am I hanging around shooting it out with these guys? Why do they leave energy barrels hanging around? Alright, enough playing. Let's just go. Oh, did that again, didn't I, Peanut? I'm sorry. Where am I headed? Oh, that way. Alright.
Another job well executed.
I wonder if I can build these. That would be useful. If it's any good. I don't like the other one I've got. But I was recommended to get this one. Apparently it's good and helpful.
Business findings indicate Parvus might be close to translating himself from that reality into our own. We're not exactly sure how, but we're getting some odd readings. You've got to build the Zord
Who's a
before Parvus
good,
is free.
colossal monster? Peanut. Yeah, I know. You need a break. Let's dig out Rufus. He hasn't had a Oops, wrong one. There you go. He needs a exercise too. I can't hug you in there though, can I? Alright, let's see if I can actually build this thing. Yeah. Dr. Medic last night recommended it. What is that? I have no idea why I built that. Oh. Yes, I will build that. Okay. I'm gonna have to sell something, aren't I?
Glaive class, but with an energy trap. Spectre particles, maybe. Has a mid-flight detonation trigger. Tricky, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Gear up and let's go.
What else have I got that I can build? While I'm having a look at things that are ready to build. Actually, do I want a Ureli Prime? I don't have any of the other parts for it, do I? No. Okay, I won't bother for now. Alright, so I'm gonna have to swap that for that. Alright, I'll have to grind for that. Look, it's not doing me any benefits here. Can I please? Actually, first of all, because I cheated and I've got the platinum for that. It was 50% off day. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. I'm just going to do auto install because I'm no good at this. And do I have... Alright, let's drop it down until I can. You're going to be difficult until I upgrade you, aren't you? Alright. Do I have any of those? I don't think I do I? No. Okay. Why can't I use my Gunson to free the Solaris captives? I mean, that would make a lot more sense. At least I've still got the bow. Oh, that's very kind of you, Hiram. I don't want to take anything away from anybody. I always feel guilty about accepting things from people. So I got nothing to give in return, unfortunately. Unless, I mean, if anybody wants a dread, I can't give it to you because it's not tradable. And I've got 2 blueprints for it. Or hate. You know, they're considered desirable, apparently.
You're too late! The tributes are jammed open and the old man's errant specters have control of my ship. They're spreading through the fleet. I have no choice. If I can't have my fleet, no one can.
It doesn't make any sense that I have to use this specific weapon. Oh boy, that's slow. That is not a quick weapon. Alright, let's see how it does. Not fantastic. I mean, yeah, I know I can speed it up, but...
This was not the deal, Anya. We have yet to rescue our people. Disengage the destruct.
Where am I headed?
Can't do that. But don't worry. I'm already at a very comfortable, safe distance.
Yes, I know, but it doesn't help.
It's going to blow. And well done.
Wait, it's a time prism, right? Sparky, if you can get back inside before the reactor tilts, you theoretically have all the time in the world.
That is so slow. Mind you, I had the same about tensions glaive. It's so slow, it's not useful. Even if it does huge damage, it takes its time about doing it. I'd rather do less damage faster. But, you know, that's just me. What do I know? I mean, you know, I really don't. I think I'd have been done a lot faster with an Aminata or a Gunson by this point. Okay, it does the job, but I mean, you know, I would rather have Dread, I think. Probably should have spent a bit more time optimizing it, but still. Yeah, I know you can throw the thing. I don't like... I actually have a deep-seated problem with throwing your melee or weapon away. I think it's a terrible tactical idea, in reality. But, you know, that's just me. Where am I going? Trying to climb up, aren't I? Oh, blast! Well, let's try that again, this time with more feeling. Yeah, I always have problems with this jump for some reason. There we go. Yeah. Throwing away your melee weapon in reality, no, not something you want to do. But This way, it seems. What am I doing? Intercept the treasurer. Where's the treasurer? Ah. 7 meters that way. Where's he go? Come on, you.
Sully these powers with your touch, and the mighty will be Barbo's anger. I'm not kidding!
Alright, did that. What do I do now? Oops. Don't have a time limit, do I? Oh, I've got to clear this area first, because of course I do. It doesn't like... Come here, you.
Biz. I don't think they made it.
Alright, I'll have to try that, but again, if I want something to detonate in the air, that's why I have that bow.
Fleet is overloading. Huge energy spike. We need to take out Protea. Ready that, Zorus.
Why? Why? I've got better weapons for the purpose. I mean, never mind. Never mind. Stop.
There. Our rig jockeys. They're trapped in some kind of energy enclosure. You'll need to charge the Zorus to break it open.
Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. There's no stopping this without stopping Protea. A bit like eating your own.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get closer.
Here they come. Take out the errants, then use the Zorus to trap the Spectre particles that escape. You'll have to time it just right.
Great. There's gotta be better ways of doing it than this. I know, it's all part of the story and so on and so forth. Why is it just gonna be just a case of... Just get in close. Alright, let's see. Nope. Not doing anything for me. How close do I have to get? Come here, you. See? That's a much more effective way of doing it. do I have to get to these guys? What do I do with this?
Full charge. Now, target the enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Zorus to discharge near them.
Oh. Ah. Okay.
Well done, Outwelder. Now bring the rest home. Full charge. Now, target the enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Zorus to discharge near them.
Basically, get in real close and do some damage. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. My apologies. Can't judge the distance properly. I might just gonna have to walk up and do it that way. Guess I am. If in doubt, close the range. Works for me.
Full charge. Now, target the enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Zorus to discharge near them.
Oh, I see. I don't... I'm still not convinced it's the best way to do it. But then, you know...
Full charge. Now, target the enclosure trapping...
I'm one of those people who thought the
Trigger your Zorus to discharge near...
Hicks response to the alien problem in Aliens was perfectly reasonable. Just nuke them from orbit. Only way to be sure.
By now, your friends have noticed that the overloading void engines are preventing the exits you opened for my captives from closing. Well done, and goodbye.
Now, why can't I have my...
Your stay.
Outwelder, you've got to get out of there.
What?
She's reversing the temporal field. Try to interrupt it. A fully charged burst from the Zorus might do it.
Oh, wrong button.
That's it. The cycle's degrading.
Okay. Oh. Oh, E. Thank goodness for rapid recharge of shields. Look! She's got the sensible thing! She's using a Gunson!
Reversing the temporal field. Try to interrupt it. A fully charged burst from the Zorus might do it.
If that's not a Gunson she's using, it's something like it. I want my Gunson back. It's a lot better for this kind of thing.
That's it. The cycle's degrading.
Not doing much for me.
She's reversing the temporal field. Try to interrupt it. A fully charged burst from the Zorus might do it.
I mean, to be honest, apart from that little trick she's doing, this is not much of a fight.
You're too late! The old man's errant specters have... Huh? The protean trace is... gone?
That would have been a lot easier with a Gunson and none of her tricks, but okay, alright.
That temporal effect again. And yes, there are your sensory feeds, just like last time. So, the Zorus worked. In a battle that never happened. Or did it? I have a headache.
Our people are calling in, Sparky. They're coming.
Oh, okay,
Tonight, Lord Fortuna will be singing a verse.
alright. I sort of see that. Okay, yeah, not convinced. As a throwing weapon, alright. I would rather have it as a secondary. But I suppose that's asking too much. Got it. It's actually okay. Oh, please, guys, you could just let me go. It's all done here, you know. You're lost. Right, where were we? Trying to get through the door. Rufus, if you wouldn't mind. Watch my back. Alright, this. Not sure it does any better than my bow, to be honest with you. Better area effect, possibly. Alright, I can sort of see possibilities, but look. Yeah, that does a lot better. Come here, you. Or not come here. Stay where you are. Anybody else? Sorry, that was funny. It went off when the door shut. I'm not convinced that that would have been... I'm not convinced it's better than the bow. Its main aspect actually is the... Oh, I can detonate it at anywhere along its flight path. So you can sort of do a rapid tactical change in approach, which you can't with the bow. On the other hand, with the bow, I could just shoot again, whereas this thing is a bit slower. And if I really want to... It's going to be a matter of personal opinion, I think, whether this is better. Oops, forgot. Let's see. All that. Or just sick peanut on them. Oh. I would definitely want to speed it up somewhat. Yeah, I'd definitely rather have it as a secondary rather than a melee, but bow does a huge amount more damage at the moment, but I haven't ranked up it. I'll have to work on ranking it up. What the heck? How am I doing this? Okay. That has potential. What did I just do? Whatever it was I just did has potential. How did I do that? No? How was I able to do that very rapid series of attacks with the thing? Because that might be useful. Oh, alright.
Another job well executed.
Okay, so the next thing I want to do is get that thing ranked up so I can have a proper assessment of what it's going to be like.
Solaris, we are reunited.
Ooh!
Parents to children. Family.
Is the Protea worth having?
Take this time to hold one another.
Compared with the Prime?
Tomorrow our struggle continues. We will persevere. Know that our emancipation is writ in the stars.
Ooh, that looks like a pretty good screenshot. Okay, that's going to be my thumbnail. Alright, let's see what I need to build Protea. Just to see, huh? Yeah, because of course I need a Protea chassis and I need a Protea systems, which I don't have. Ooh! Ooh! I didn't realize there was a Protea Prime. Oh, let's be honest. You could get to that quest after you do, what is it, Jupiter or Saturn? And that was some time ago for me, so... And with a Gauss chassis that was given to me. You know, you could argue that I haven't really done due diligence within the game. The only reason I got this stuff is because I have subscribers. Actually, that's an amusing sort of thing. The only reason I've made the progress I have in the game is because I stream it. I'm an entertainer, a content creator, if you like. Please don't call me an influencer. If I influence anybody, don't let me influence you. Well, except to play Warframe. All right. What time is it? I can actually probably go for another half hour, I think. So, needless to say, I will take a quick break. And I am curious about seeing where I can get the remaining bits for the Protea Prime. Oh, that's interesting. It's the same length of time to build. Oh well, I'm glad you enjoyed that. Like I say, don't for heaven's sake use me as a walkthrough. I'm quite happy to post here's how I did it, but I would never say anything I do is a definitive walkthrough, and that includes the Long Dark, by the way. Given that I died in the Long Dark again yesterday, and I've got to start a new run today at 8 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. So give me a couple of minutes, and I want to find out where to get the bits for a Protea Prime. So I'll see you in a couple. Right. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. I am going to check something now. This is where I cheat. Oh no, first of all, I'm going to try it without cheating. By which I mean looking at the wiki. Do I have anything in here? Oh! What have we got? Protea Prime Blueprint. Which I already have. Thank you. Protea Prime. Oh! Protea Prime Chassis. Rare, but I've got 3 shots at that. And... look at that. Uncommon. Okay, I do have the means, in principle, to make that, don't I? What is that? That's a Lith relic. Alright. You know what we're going to do? We're going to try and unlock a bit more of that. And I'm sorry, for this, I'm going to swap you out for my Gunson. I'll max out that later.
Excellent armaments, operator.
Right, what was that? Lith. I need a Lith Fisher. Come on, Rufus. We're not done. Anybody seen a Lith Fisher lately? Yes, that will work nicely. And let's see. It was a... Oh no, that's the wrong one. No, I don't want to do that. It's a Lith Fisher, wasn't it? Lith Fisher, Lith Fisher. Yep. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Let's take a chance of that. Do I have any upgrade? Yes. Quit the mission. Hey, Dr. Medic! I'm afraid I'm disappointing you. I went back to the Gunson for this bit. But I haven't changed the settings you talked me through for the Gauss Prime. That works quite nicely. But I just unlocked the Shorus.
Tenno, I need you to get inside enemy data vaults and retrieve crucial intelligence data.
Oh, wonderful.
You'd think they'd clone something a little less ugly.
Void Fishers. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can
Yes, yes, it would. No one's on. Oh, no, they're playing. I can invite. No, they're busy. Oh, I'll send an invite. And
Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy would rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands.
See if they're interested. I hadn't even thought about that. In case anybody hasn't noticed, I'm... Oh, oops. Yeah, I think they're busy. Ah, no, we got somebody here.
A Fisher. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. The corrupted enemies are dropping reactant. Collect it to open your void relic. Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. collected enough reactant to open your relic. Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Alarms. Data destruction is imminent.
Rats. Rats. Now I gotta be quick.
Data integrity verified. Retrieval was successful.
Okay, that was a straightforward one. That could have gone badly. Come here, you. I have to confess, I'm a lot happier with this method of close combat than more subtle methods. It's purely a me thing. I ought to practice more. Rest of the Protea Prime chassis and neuroptics. This one has a moderately good chance at the neuroptics. And this, if I can get it, will be the first time that I've actually got a Prime on my own without being donated it. Oops. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Hang on. Can't I jump on that? There we go. Oh, great. I'm stuck. Ah, did somebody just unleash the water? Oh, great. Anybody know how to get the water open? I know there's a way to do this. I remember this from last time. You get the blueprint for Protea Prime from this. And I've got 2 of the... Oh, drat. I hate it when they do that.
Excellent work.
All right.
Clean extraction with no alarms.
That's 2. Yeah, I need the neuroptics and the chassis, and I have
There's a
the relics to kind of possibly do it. Don't know if there's another way of doing it. I have not looked up Protea Prime. I didn't even know it was a thing. I knew Protea was because I got the blueprint. Then I went and looked, and lo and behold, there's Protea Prime. So I thought, you know what? Let's give a bash at trying to get some of the... Where am I going? I'm going this way. Are you trying to get my attention? Did somebody trigger that? They did, didn't they?
You got it.
Oh, we got it.
Data is still intact.
Yay!
We came for. Get to extraction.
That was quite successful. Where's the way out? The usual problem. Got in. How do I get out? Nope, nope, no biggie, nope. Obviously we charge our way through here. Wow. Oops. Not that way. No. No, don't jump in the water. Bad idea, bad idea. Warframe's terribly susceptible to water. Which is a really ridiculous thing to them to be susceptible to. When you bear in mind they can
There's a heavy
survive in the vacuum of space, they can't survive the touch of water. Sorry, that's hilarious. Oh, I've got somebody. And that doesn't help at all. And I've got both of those. Last. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna have to try it a few times.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Yes, but with modern technology you could accommodate the refraction of light in water. So, sorry, with their technology. Yes. You know, there are... Ooh, what's that? Yeah.
Ordis has received messages from the operator. No, I have not read them.
The system shall change. No more clutching at sunk costs, imposed ideals, hand-me-down hopes. No, we are better than that. Corpus shall know a violent restructuring, but with time enough to face the impending threat from Tau with renewed and absolute vigor. Or not. Perhaps the rot is...
I need systems... hang on.
Abandoned his
Neuroptics and...
Perhaps it is time for a new philosophy.
Actually, I have to check. I need to...
Life's...
Yeah, okay, thanks. Let me just check. I'm actually going to start bringing this to an end, to be honest. I know I said I might go for another half hour, but I guess not. So, that's what I need. Oh yeah, I need chassis. Oh no, I need chassis, systems, and neuroptics. There we go. So, there, it's alright. Do I have actually anything I need to build right now?
Cetus, do not drink the kombucha. You are incapable of producing the hydraulic effort required to unstick your tongue from the roof of your mouth the following morning.
Got a Lavos Prime chassis. Yeah, one day I'm gonna have to grind for some more of these. What do you do with a stubber? And do I want it? Anybody want a Tomcat? Because I think 10 blueprints is a little and the good news as far as I'm concerned is that as far as I can tell, just by detuning the graphics slightly, I have not had, that I noticed, an overloaded codec message, which is good. So, good idea. Never a bad idea to craft more former. Where's my former gone? Alright. Yeah, I haven't seen any particular... I did actually look at it and I thought, nah. Tempted to build the stubber just for the... But I wouldn't use it. I use the bow instead. It's much more suitable, you know. Alright. Yeah, I think I am going to bring this little session to an end. I have run Plague Star. Yeah, I did run Plague Star. I think I've got a specifically labelled live stream about it. Granted, the title came afterwards, but I did do Plague Star, I think. So, oh, actually, do you know what? I'm just going to run a quick test here, because there is one scene here which is classic for me. This, for whatever reason, is actually quite difficult, it seems, for the codec to deal with, and it's not having any problems. Yesterday, problems. Today, not problems, and all I did was drop a couple of the ludicrous settings down to high, so that's always good to know. So, anyway, this is not the end of my streaming day. I will be streaming again in just under 2 hours. The Long Dark, starting a new Stalker run, which means something to Long Dark fans, I know. And if not, come along anyway and watch me fail cataclysmically, which seems to be my habit lately. Which is kind of irritating, because I do have a 500+ day run that I achieved in a slightly easier difficulty before I suffocated in a mine. Anyway, so about 2 hours, Long Dark. You're welcome to join. I will end by, well, not end, but I will say the usual. Hello everybody, thank you. I don't know. Probably. But I'm not going to have the time to look at it right now. The Long Dark, yes. Horror survival, Canadian, subarctic / arctic, you know, you can die of anything from bear maulings, wolf attacks, to cold, starvation and thirst, amongst others. And blood loss, which I died of last night. Yesterday morning. So, stop distracting me, please. Thank you for all the likes. If anybody wants to apply more likes, greatly appreciated. If anybody isn't subscribed, please feel to subscribe. I'd like to make 250 by the time I've been doing this for a year, which is in about a month. And that puts me halfway towards monetization. Now you may ask, what am I going to do with monetization? And the answer is probably not a lot. It's just a useful goal to have. 500 subscribers isn't going to make me rich and famous. So, yeah, where was I? Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Remember to hug your Kubrow or similar companion. If you don't have a Kubrow, be kind to dogs, cats, children and other animals. Be excellent to your friends, neighbours and strangers. I will see you all very soon.